everyone. So this is just a quick tutorial on how to navigate the Google Classroom for our um, Learning Lab. Okay. So what we're going to do first is you need to make sure you're in Google and you need to go to Google Classroom. You can do that by going to this icon on the top right and finding Google Classroom from there, or just literally Googling Google Classroom. And I'm going to have a lot of classrooms, so I apologize here. So it's going to look like a hot mess. But essentially on your student side, what we're going to see is either 8th grade Learning Lab or 7th grade Learning Lab, depending on what grade they're in. So I'm just going to do the 8th grade Learning Lab for reference. So once you're in the Google Classroom, you will notice that this stream is empty. This is typically where you'd see any important updates that we'll post for the students. Other than that, everything's in this classwork section. And in here, we do some things like warm-ups and bell ringers. I call them check-ins. Here, I had your children do a grade reflection on the 5 weeks. I'll be having them do one again for the quarter. And then here is the agenda, and this is probably the most important place for you to go here. If you open up this agenda, every week there is an updated slideshow as I go through the courses that day on what the homework was for the main courses. Now, sometimes some of these are left out, like you'll notice that for French or Spanish, for language, that's empty right now because I can't push into those courses. But typically, them doing review and vocabulary, they should know what they should do for there. And then there's specials they have to keep track of as well. So in Learning Lab, we focus on the 4 core, which is science, math, ELA, and social studies. And so you will see an update. So this is a great place to start. So if your student is absent and you want to know, what they have to do that day, this is a great place to start to at least get them to tackle the 4 core subjects. And it'll tell them if the things are a class worksheet or Google Classroom. And then it can help them once they know what is expected of them. From here, they can go to that teacher's Google Classroom if it's available on there, which most of the ELA is on there, some of the social studies. So at least they can tackle those things before coming back to school, so it makes it easier on them. So that's a great resource, is that agenda, and it's like a good home page to start at, is My Learning Lab Google Classroom. Here you'll see independent reading. This is for a certain group of students that's doing their independent read with me in class. So I'll keep updates there of what page they're on and how to tackle that by the end of the quarter. But other than that, the agenda is the main piece that you'll want to access for your student if they're absent, or if you just want to make sure that they're doing the things they need to be doing at home, even though we try our best to do everything we can in here. Okay?